Hi, everybody. Everybody else getting on?
Sorry, I left you hanging there for a second, didn't I, Allison? Sorry about it. Just handle it yourself.
Welcome, everybody, to, what is this, week 7?
Week 7.
It's a blur. It's
Wow,
a blur.
that's crazy. My mind is blown. Week 7. Week 7 Rooted Live. We have Jeff, Jason, Jewel, and Carrie back again with us this week. So thrilled to have you guys. My question for you this week is, if you could learn any skill, what would it be? Not just in quarantine, but anything. What would your skill be? Jeff, I'm putting you on the spot. What would your skill be?
I had time to think. So my skill would be, so at 40, I decided to skateboard again. From like 15 all the way until 40. I took a little bit of a break. And but one of the things I really want to be able to accomplish is something called a pop shove it, which is where you do an ollie and the board goes a 180 underneath your feet. That's a skill I got to develop.
Pop shove it?
Pop shove it.
All right, that's awesome. That does sound very difficult. Please do not hurt yourself in doing that. Carrie, what about you? What skill would you like?
I think that I would like to have like the general contractor ability to be able to do plumbing and electric and carpentry, all that. Like I want to be a handyman.
I would totally watch Carrie's home fix-it renovation show where she comes in and it's demolition day. Like I would totally watch Carrie's show because of all of her witty comments.
I would love to watch her learning how to do this.
Oh.
I'm really good at demolition, but
that's what I think would be entertaining.
Yeah, what if like the contractor was really snarky and like would dished right back on her and it just became this thing?
Yeah. Jason, what skill would you learn?
Honestly, this is an honest answer. I really wish I could play the guitar, any sort of musical instrument, but really the guitar. I've tried a couple different times in my life. I've practiced. It just doesn't come quickly to me. And I don't think, like, I just give up because I just don't see progress, but I really wish I could play the guitar. My wife's a music teacher, and I really wish I could play music, like, somewhat like she can.
That would be super cool. Jewel, what about you?
Well, I know some Spanish, so I'd like to get better at that. We're better at playing piano, just to build those skills. But a really impractical thing I'd like to learn to do is a cartwheel, because I try, but
a cartwheel.
You would all laugh at me. It's embarrassing.
You did laugh at that. Because I said, how can you get hurt doing a cartwheel? Has anyone been hurt doing a cartwheel?
I feel like people can like break their wrists. Like I don't know. I feel like gymnasts get hurt like doing things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Just probably don't practice indoors. Go outdoors and practice, not indoors.
I don't know.
You have a cartwheel spotter. A cartwheel spotter is standing there keeping you safe.
Yeah.
I was a phys ed major. There is such a thing.
Oh, wow.
I remember once somebody was trying to learn how to do backflips, and I went to spot them, and they ended up hitting me with their knee in my nose, and blood started gushing everywhere. So I will not spot.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. Taking one for the team.
I did.
Nazir could do a really good backflip.
Oh yeah?
Nazir?
Oh yeah, Nazir.
Awesome.
I want to see it.
I know Alyssa does all the gymnastics when she comes on varsity, and I know Kiana used to do backflips and Anjanae backflips.
Wow.
I feel like I've seen Naomi do cartwheels everywhere.
Yeah, Naomi's super gymnastic.
Ellie does too, I think.
Yeah, Ellie does those crazy back bends. I saw on here, Jalil mentioned wanting to learn guitar and piano too, to rewind a second, but yeah, all those gymnastics, those are tough, but I believe in you, Jewel.
Thank you.
Jewel, for what it's worth, a quick Google search revealed no cartwheel deaths. So you should be
Nice, Carrie.
Well,
not reported at least because it's too embarrassing. But.
I haven't broken a bone yet, so I don't want to start.
Uh-oh, knock on wood.
Oh.
Knock on wood. Yeah, so I took 4 years of French between high school and college, and I'm just, for some reason today I wanted to, I know what reason it is. I wish Samson was on here. You understand. The Circle on Netflix is the silliest TV show ever, but it's mindless, amazing entertainment. And I already watched the American version, and I already watched the Brazilian. Now they have the Circle in France, so now I want to brush up on my French a little more. But that's my skill that I want to perfect or do better at. So what are your guys's, comment, let me know what you guys want to do. If you had any skill you could learn, what would it be? I want to see some of the kids and mentors what they would want to learn. So did I miss anybody? I think I got all of those. Last week's challenge was for $25 gift card. Normally our gift cards are for $5. Last week was 20. We wanted to see your guys' best rendition of the Pledge of Allegiance. And we got some amazing videos in. I was pretty stoked. You guys can still submit videos, so keep submitting them. We're gonna award a winner now, but I still want to see your videos. So if you haven't sent me your Pledge of Allegiance, please remember to send them in. But this week, the winner of the Pledge of Allegiance challenge is Lawrence. Is he on? Is Lawrence on?
Yeah, Lawrence. I
don't know if
I've
he's on
seen
or
him
not.
yet.
I don't think he's on yet.
All right. Well, Lawrence
He's
is
here every week. We need him.
Yeah, him and his
He usually
family.
comes on eventually.
Him and his family all dressed up in the American flag apparel. They had his little brother saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and then they also said it in French, I believe. So they did it twice. They got extra credit too. The apparel, the different language. I just thought it was spectacular. So good job to Lawrence. Makes me miss him, miss all you guys. But I love seeing the videos, the photos. I love seeing your faces. So keep them coming. Speaking of that, this week, our challenge, I see Jalil's on here, so I'm going to call him out. He wants to be a chef one day. So this week's challenge is to take a picture of your favorite quarantine meal or snack. Now, Jewel even had the idea of making art out of it, make a face with it, or do something silly. I don't care what it is. Send me a picture of your snacks, whether it's artistic or not, or just what you love. Send me a picture of it and use the hashtag ROOTEDlive, and we will award a winner next week for that. So it could be a fancy meal you whip up, Jalil. Hint, hint. It could be a face you make out of goldfish. Be creative, guys. I just want to see what your favorite snacks are or meals. So hashtag ROOTEDlive. Yeah, so that's for this week. Jason, what do you got for us for games tonight? I know you guys.
All right, well, I'm so excited. This first game that we are going to be doing, it is for everyone just to have fun and to banter and to chip in. Literally, Allison, this is my favorite screen game to do of all time. This game is called The Internet Names Animals. So sometimes when you go on the internet, you get really bad information for what's going on. So actually, Jeff, I don't know if you can see, you're showing a screen and a preview screen. I think it's going to give away the answers. So I don't know if you can see that. I see 2 slides, Jeff.
Yeah,
So
that's not good.
Oh, that's no good.
Ooh, we dodged
That's
the bullet
not supposed to happen.
Psych.
We good?
Oh, yep, totally showing the wrong screen there. Let's see.
Well, it didn't reveal any answers yet, so.
Okay, good. That's desktop. Okay, let's see. Give me a second here.
All right. So what's going to happen is we're going to see some really atrocious internet names for animals. And then you have to guess what the animal actually is. So Jewel and Allison and Carrie, they have not witnessed these slides. So we're playing along with you guys.
We might see some names.
Yeah, technical. Wait, hold on.
This happened to me when you share.
Hey, here comes the technical
Oh,
consultant.
hey, Trish.
Hi.
She's doing a cameo. I feel like, do you ever watch Some Good News with John Krasinski, and then his wife sometimes makes a cameo? That's like my favorite.
Oh, I know.
Hey.
All right, we're getting closer. There we go.
Hey.
All right. So we scoured the internet just like Carrie did for cartwheel related deaths, and we found the best answers for what the internet came up with for common animals. So what's going to happen is you're going to see the internet name for an animal, a really bad one, and then you have to guess what it is. I will keep an eye on the comments. You guys can watch, but we'll see if we can come up with the answers. This is just for fun, not for prizes. So leaders chime in, referees chime in, students chime in. Jeff, let's go to the first internet animal name and let's see if the students can figure out what it is. All right, what would a Gothic land lobster be? It's a lobster, but it's on land and it's Gothic. So it wears like black eyeshadow, stuff like that, spiked bracelets.
Does it have a castle? It should have a castle.
Totally has to have a castle.
Oh, because it's Gothic. Yeah.
A lobster. I'm thinking claws. What has claws on land?
I'm now singing the song
Sloth?
Rock Lobster.
Oh, rock lobster.
B-52s, man. Ooh.
We got one from Ryan.
Ryan,
Foster.
did you see Ryan's answer?
Yep,
And Maurice's answer? A couple got it already. I like Courtney as raccoon. What is that? Hey, a scorpion. A couple people got it. Nice to see Ryan on with us. You got it. We were saying, look at the detail in that scorpion. It's really very goth looking.
It's terrible.
All right, let's go to the next one. Tall Horse McTreehead. I love anytime an internet names something and it has the word Mick in it from the Bodie McBoatface from many years ago. I love Tall Horse McTreehead. So what do you guys think Tall Horse McTreehead would be?
It sounds like one of the internet meme name generator things. Like
Ryan says giraffe.
Yep. Not a giraffe.
Ryan is fast on the draw.
Common mistake though, Ryan. Common mistake.
Not you, Joel.
Tom has giraffe.
Everybody's
Ryan
saying
has that
giraffe.
high-speed internet. He gets his answers in fast.
Maurice says moose.
Got it.
Correct answer. It is a moose. Look at that. Look at that McTreehead. I actually saw a moose with horns like that in the ocean or the sea. I was in Latvia, or I was in Estonia, and there was a big old moose like that in the Baltic Sea with the sun setting behind it. It was weird to see this mountain animal in the ocean, but I'm not even kidding. I have a picture of it. All right, next one. What is our third animal? Our internet formal chicken. I love this one. What is a formal chicken, guys?
Oh my gosh, I know what it is.
A formal chicken?
A formal chicken.
I know it.
Look how excited
I
you
don't
is.
get any of these. A turkey?
Really?
How would you dress if you were formal, Allison?
Prom dress with
Gown?
puffy sleeves.
Prom dress or a
Prom dress?
oh,
We got it. A penguin, Scott.
a
Scott got it.
tuxedo?
Oh, I do like the peacock answer or penguin. Look at that tuxedo.
A chicken?
Look at that tuxedo. It's like Happy Feet.
Penguin. Yeah.
Mine
Okay,
has
I get it now.
dove.
I
I'm not
get it.
sure how dove goes in, but oh, rooster. All right, next one we have ton of fur lion cow. This one, just you have to mull on this one for a while.
I feel like it's going to eat itself.
I feel like I know what this one is.
Wow.
Ton
The
of
lion cow would eat
lion.
itself.
lion.
Yeah, like a lion's going to eat the cow.
Ton of fur.
He'll just take a back leg.
It's a two-legged animal.
It's merely a flesh wound. Come back here. I will fight you again.
I'm really trying to think, and
Oh, Scott says yak.
Yak? Yeah.
Hopefully he's not yakking.
That makes me think of Ace Ventura. Sorry.
When you see
Yak
it,
is
you'll be
our-
like, "Oh, I get it. I get it." When you see it.
Buffalo, Ryan.
Anybody else?
Another buffalo.
It is buffalo. It is buffalo or bison. And if you saw Dances with Wolves, you can also go with Tatonka. Tatonka. If you saw Dances with Wolves, but the correct answer. Look at that. It's got the lion's like mane around it. It's a cow. It's got a lion's mane. It's a ton of fur.
That's a
Oh.
stretch.
I like that Maurice said bison.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Chucky also said buffalo too. He just spelled it differently. I like it. All right, next we have delicious McNugget pigeon.
Wow. Is this a
I
copyright
wonder what the kids
infringement?
will guess.
I had McNuggets today. That's all I can offer you. There were no pigeons.
Did you have the boot shaped?
No. I only have one. I stole it from my nephew.
Oh, nice. Well, desperate times.
Right? Chucky says crow.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Um,
Do you
I
ever see
feel
how they
whatever-
make McNuggets? It's disgusting how they make chicken McNuggets, but they're so much better than like Wendy's nuggets.
We can't talk about that. I can't handle that.
How they make it with the orange pink goo, a duck,
no,
a vulture.
stop. Stop.
Allison likes chicken nuggets.
The-
I see duck. I see vulture.
What if
Delicious.
McNuggets were made from pigeons? Like literally.
Ew. Is this like a coronavirus thing and it's actually a bat?
No, I think you guys are overthinking it. You guys are overthinking it. What would be a delicious McNugget pigeon? Courtney has pheasant, which is a great answer. Not correct.
Is
though.
it? I don't want to say it.
You're overthinking
right.
it.
I
Go
don't
more
wanna say-
simple. Cornish game hen. What would be
I
a
don't
delicious?
said that.
What would be a delicious McNugget pigeon? Courtney, thank you for finally getting it. What would be a McNugget pigeon? A chicken.
Hey, those were my
You were
backyard
overthinking
raisins.
it.
That's so weird because when I read McNugget, I thought that chicken was in the word, but it's not in the word. It just says McNugget.
These are really
Yeah.
terrible names.
It's like I associate it so much with chicken that I didn't think it was chicken.
Despite the
Yeah,
fact it's
you're
not really
too
food.
many layers deep.
Uh-huh.
All right. Next, this one. Hey, this one's fun, and it brings up the giraffe that we keep looping back to. What is a giraffe sheep?
Oh, I know this one.
That's exciting. A
don't
giraffe.
like-
soup.
I don't like them.
It's where you
Oh
get
wait,
the wool
I
for
know what it
bed.
is. I
That's
know what
the
it is.
reason I don't like goats, Jason.
Oh, the whole Promise Ranch Ministries incident.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got goat. We got llama.
goats scare me.
We got goat. We got llama. We got
Oh,
llama with two
alpacas.
L's. Tom just typed in lama, but yeah,
Llama.
it is llama. Now look at the
Yeah.
llama when this picture comes up. Look at the llama. It has a giraffe face. That is a giraffe and a sheep put together.
That
They're probably
does.
related.
I don't
That's a
like
great
them.
answer.
Don't they spit?
I think those are
Uh,
camels. I don't know.
No spit.
They
No,
can.
I'm pretty sure llamas do too.
Alpacas. I don't like any of them.
No,
Goats,
like I'm
they-
pretty sure if like a llama or an alpaca spits you in the eye, it burns. Like it's not safe.
That sounds like a field trip waiting to happen. Let's go.
Yes, let's take kids to get bit by alpacas.
Yes.
Yeah,
Does
let's
it burn? Does it
I know somebody
burn?
with a farm.
Yes, this summer.
The giraffe really is related to the llama, so you know, and
I see
sheep and
Nazir
camels.
commenting. He got on. Hi, Nazir.
Llama, come get your ham. All right, next we have our next one. I think you guys will get this one pretty quick. Shocky McNope rope.
Oh, got this one.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
too fast.
That was-
Ryan Foster should get it because he's really fast on the keyboard. He has
Yeah.
high-speed internet where he lives.
Ah. We don't have
Shocky
internet where I live.
McNope rope.
Also something
You
you can
guys-
eat.
Have you ever seen a Shocky McNope rope?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I don't want anything shocky.
Tom says electric eel.
Oh, look at Ryan's high speed.
Tom beat him out.
Yeah, barely. It's
Yeah.
ugh.
Scott says he
it
loves
is
Napoleon
an electric eel.
Dynamite.
Yeah, it is an electric eel. That one had the Shocky. That's a little bit of a giveaway.
Yeah.
I love this one with all my heart, with all my rooted live heart. Ready? Tyrannosaurus deer. Go. Just go.
Oh, I know it.
Do you know it, Jewel?
Uh-huh.
Wow, you crushed it.
Deer.
All I had to do was think about the posture.
Oh, nice. Good logic.
Tyrannosaurus deer, but a deer that does this?
Oh,
I know
Allison,
it. I know it.
Okay. Allison just acted it out for you so well on camera.
I had to.
Oh my God.
Got it.
I'm concerned.
An elk. That's elk.
I just see this in my
Allison, do
backyard.
what you just.
Oh,
Allison, do what you do.
Yeah,
I think Ryan got it.
Ryan got it. Wait, Allison, not only did you do it, you bounced up and down when you got the answer, which it added to the effect. Yeah.
The kangaroo.
All right. It is a kangaroo. It is a kangaroo. Look at that. That is a Tyrannosaurus deer.
Yes.
You
My
see?
son and wife say they have T-Rex arms. They have really short arms, and my son talks about his T-Rex arms. All right, we got two more. We have the panda fish. What is the panda fish?
What
Is it in Nemo?
Is it?
Is it a-
I like that question. Panda?
Panda fish.
I don't
What
think
would the
any
internet-
fish are pandas. Because
What
pandas
would
are
the internet
cute
call
too.
panda fish?
No, I don't like this game.
Like a catfish?
That would be a catfish. No, not a catfish. Oh, look at Chucky crushing it.
Chucky!
He got it fast. It's a killer
Woo!
whale.
Good job,
Oh.
Chucky.
It has the
I
colorations
thought
of a
about that
panda.
at all.
Look at that.
I saw them live when I was in Alaska, like in the wild when I was in Alaska.
You saw a panda fish? That's cool.
Yeah, a whole
Wait.
pod of them.
Who said
right.
killer whale?
Chucky got it.
Oh, I don't even see it. That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Chucky crushed it.
showing
No
up.
one else got it. I like
Right
clownfish.
after Jalil's kangaroo.
Wait, Nazir has blobfish. I like that answer even better.
Are those the really ugly fish?
I don't know what that is. That's like a made up word. All right, last one. What is a freedom glider?
Aw,
What is the freedom glider?
how appropriate with our Pledge of Allegiance night.
Yes.
Oh, giving hints, dropping hints.
That
The
was
freedom
hard.
glider.
Oh, I know what it is now. Thanks, Carrie.
Oh my goodness, way to go. little slow in the draw there. All right, maybe it wasn't as good a hint.
Takes me a minute.
The freedom.
Oh.
So I was thinking, because there's like the
Oh,
glided,
I get it.
the
Big
gliding
fish,
squirrels,
the
the
ones,
flying
not the only
squirrels.
It could have been the turkey had Benjamin Franklin had his way.
That is true, and they're delicious. Eagle, actually, we have bald eagle, but it is eagle. It is bald eagle, representing America and freedom and all those good things. Benjamin Franklin wanted it to be a turkey. That is
Yeah,
actually
They're
true.
awesome. I just saw a baby turkey. My friend just got one part of her flock. They're kind of
Is she
cute.
Oh,
gonna
wow.
eat it?
Oh,
What?
Is she
Don't
gonna
name
eat
it. If you name it, you don't want to eat it.
No, we're not killing any of our chickens.
yeah. My
Jason,
dad's hunting for turkeys tomorrow. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
turkey
start.
season.
Yeah. Good times.
Jason, when I was growing up, my family always named our cows after family members,
Oh,
which
nice.
was awesome at the dinner table.
Wow.
I'm eating Carrie.
True.
Hey, Quaisha. I see she.
Hi, Quaisha.
I like the fly eagles fly
your
reference. That's
cameo
cool.
last week.
All right, for our second game.
Gotta do
Now,
that
this
eventually.
second game is for prizes. $5 Amazon gift cards. I've taken over responsibility from Allison to mail out these gift cards. But this next game is actually going to reinforce some of your math skills that you guys should be doing at school. So in just a second, we're going to give you a formula. Check out this video. It'll kind of give you an overview of the game, then I'll explain it. Check out this video.
Blazing.
Dance, Jewel, dance, dance. There we go. distracted by our awesome dance moves
can't see
because
it,
I couldn't
Jason.
tell who was projecting. I just thought that Jewel was, but actually it was me for a while. I'm going to show a formula with two shapes. You have to remember the shape color, remember the shape, and then you're going to have to do the math problem. The first person to type in the correct answer is going to get a $5 Amazon gift card, but you can only win once. So Ryan Foster, you're super fast on the keyboard. If you get the first round correct, you can play along, but don't type in your answers for a while. It's another contestant's get a chance to win. We'll start out with everyone can play. I want the students to beat the referees and mentors and getting the correct math answer. But referees and mentors, if you start dominating, we'll make some rounds just for students. So Jeff, go ahead and pull up that first formula. All right, Jewel, Allison, all you guys that are out there, Maurice, look at that formula, memorize it. Yellow square plus blue triangle. You got it, Jewel? You got it in your head?
Yep,
Can I say
I got it.
something, Jason, real quick? So you want to add all the yellow squares plus the blue triangles. I didn't get that the first time.
Yeah, it's the number. So you're looking for the number of yellow squares and the number of blue
Yeah,
triangles.
don't
and
say-
adding it.
Don't say green hexagon because it's not that. Okay, so adding yellow squares and blue triangles. Go ahead and show the puzzle, everybody.
Green hexagon.
Remember the formula we saw. Yellow squares, blue triangles. Add them up, type in your answer. I'm going to be watching.
That's a
watching the screen
horrible
here.
Tetris. Oh, we have 7 from Courtney.
Oh, I got screwed up with the colors.
It's
forgot.
yellow square plus blue triangle.
We got a lot of 7s.
So yellow squares plus the blue triangles. Are you
Apparently we
guys
don't match.
adding?
Well, Courtney gave her answer before the slide was up. So it's not 7. She just guessed a random number.
Yeah, so you
And
guys add.
also, there's more
Wow.
yellow squares than 7. Just count the yellow
There
squares.
we
there's
go.
more.
Wait. Did we get it?
Courtney got it.
Courtney got it.
She
with
really threw everyone
23.
off there, though.
Well played. Deceptive tactic.
I think Courtney did that to throw everybody off. She used some misdirection there. The answer is 23.
Woo!
All
She
right.
meant it as a joke. It's okay.
All
It
right.
was funny.
Next question. Next formula. Red circle minus yellow square. So it's subtraction. Red circle minus yellow square. Go ahead, go.
What if I'm colorblind?
Circle,
How come Courtney put 7 already?
yellow square.
It's red
Yellow.
circle minus yellow square.
Red
I'm trying to make words out of the red.
minus yellow squares.
I just thinking of Alani. We did this one time, Allison, at Varsity, and she just went, math. That was her answer. Math.
That's my girl. Woo, woo,
Yeah,
woo.
math. Red circle minus yellow square. I'm looking for an answer.
Nazir,
Yours says
Not 13.
not
Not
Jeff
there.
says
13.
hamburger.
That's also
Cheeseburger.
not correct. Come on, this is a
Cheeseburger
$5
good
prize.
7, 6,
Tom
17.
got it with 6.
And
Tom's
then
got
Aisha
it
came
with
in close
6.
second. Good job,
Correct answer
guys.
is 6.
I didn't see
Oh,
Quasia.
good job, Carlise.
I didn't see Quace either.
Chucky
Really?
had minus 13. I thought it was
She
a
came
nice
in right
touch.
after Tom.
All right. All right. Should we make this round just for students?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's make this just for students, and then leaders, you can secretly work on your answer. And if we get a delay, we'll make it for leaders too, and who can type the answer in the fastest. So this only students can answer this third round. Okay, so the formula. Red triangle minus blue circle. All right, red triangle minus blue circle. Go. Do your math.
Hardball. Green circle, says Jeff. I'm still thinking about Shocky Danger Noodles.
Where's
Red
the
triangle minus blue
Wait.
circle.
Is it up?
No.
No.
I was like, you're all looking at it like it's up already.
No, I'm waiting.
Oh,
There we
There.
go.
Now I forgot what it was.
I knew it was going to happen. Red triangle minus blue circles. Students only. Jeff put Is that cheese?
I think I got it. I think I got it.
I like that you jump around like a Tyrannosaurus deer. Okay, Pierre is an
I can do
engineer,
math
but minus 50.
Nice.
All right, it's up there now, Taylor.
Jeff says he didn't change it on purpose. Of course he
Yeah,
said.
right.
Yes. I think I got it.
All right, I'm looking for student answers, mentee answers. Oh, Chucky got it.
Yay!
Way
Good
to
job,
be
Chuck.
Chucky. The answer is 6. I love that people are putting negative answers. That's intense. Oh, Maurice got 6. Chucky got the right one.
Eliana.
All right, let's do this 4th round is only for students also, only for mentees. Let's see the formula.
Oh man.
Oh, double yellow, yellow circle minus yellow triangle.
Triangle.
Yellow circle minus yellow triangle. Let's see the formula. Let's see the slide. Allison did into this.
Woo!
Allison's mind was just blown.
I'm gonna sing yellow songs. I shall start with "We all live in a yellow submarine."
All right, can you think of a second
I
yellow
think
one?
I got it.
They
Carrie.
call me Mellow Yellow.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do.
I think I got it.
I think I got it too.
Black and yellow,
I
black and
don't
yellow,
see
black
the
and yellow.
answer yet. I don't see the correct answer yet. No,
They just
don't
want me
see
to
it
stop
yet.
singing.
Come on, Ellie.
I see 11.
Yellow
Cookie and
minus
Jakira
yellow.
said 11.
Circle. No, it's not 11. Circles
Come on,
minus
Felicia.
triangles.
Latoya.
Leaders, you can get your
Let's do
answers
math.
ready. Don't type them in yet.
11, 18, 11, 8. Lots of 11s. 7.
Oh,
Maurice says 7.
Maurice
Quaisha
got
says
it.
7.
Woo!
Maurice got it 7.
Quaisha, you are
Maurice
just
got it
by a
first.
second.
Quaisha was right
She keeps
behind
coming
her,
in
but-
second.
Yeah, it is 7. The answer
Good job.
is 7. Good job. So Maurice got that one. Quaisha was so close. All right, let's do this next one also for students, and then we'll have everyone jump in for the last one. We have 2 more. This one just for students. Blue squares plus red squares. Right, maybe a little easier. Blue squares plus red squares. Go ahead and see this challenge. Oh, this is where Jeff's trying to throw you off.
Blue
Jeff.
plus red. Blue plus red.
Oh.
Blue plus red. I'm glad I have the answer sheet because I forget the formula too. I'm watching the answers.
I'm trying to think of
Got it.
songs with red. Like there's that Taylor
think
Swift
I
one.
got it, but I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
Taylor,
doubting myself.
Yeah. That was
Lady in Red. You go Lady in Red. By
Red, red wine.
My eyes kept adjusting weird because
Yeah.
the colors are so bright against the black.
Nazir
Oh,
says
did you get it?
23. It's not
Did Nazir get it?
23. It's not 16.
Oh, that's what I got, Nazir 23.
Quaisha got 23. Jakira got 22. Well, I don't know which one's Jakira and which one's Chucky. 24.
No, not the answer I have in the official answer sheet. I hope that my answer sheet is right.
I don't think this is right. Is it red and blue, right?
Yeah.
24 or 25 for Nazir. I don't know. Less than 100.
Wait.
Leaders, go ahead if you want to chime in, and I hope my answer sheet's not correct. It's
Is
from
it
the
25,
company.
Jason?
What's that?
Is it 25?
All right. Actually, the answer is 26. Jakira finally got it. 26.
I don't know about that.
It is 26. I just counted it again.
Thanks, Joel. I started getting a little I started to sweat a little bit that I had done something wrong. It's 26. Woo! So Jakira got
Oh,
it.
wait. Yeah, Jakira got it.
Ooh, I probably need to double check. I always double check. All right. So Taylor said it's 26, and she's a school teacher. So, all right. Last one. This is everyone can play. So I'm expecting Ryan Foster to get the answer first because it has high-speed internet. He has 5G. All right. Last formula. Red triangles plus blue circles. All right. Red triangles plus blue circles. Go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the tilted. The tilted makes it rough, especially the
Red.
triangles.
Triangles plus blue circles.
Yeah.
Got it.
I really like.
Really?
No, I didn't. I got it now.
Wow.
Jeff just doesn't know. He sent you an emoji.
Leaders can answer. Leaders can answer on this one. Who can get it first?
Jewel.
It looks like it's something you see like on the Star Barn. Like it's something people would put and then save the Star Barn because it's so pretty.
Do you want to know a random fact about the star on the Starburn?
Go for it. I'm waiting for answers. Oh,
It has 5 points because of the 5 wounds of Christ on the cross.
We've got 3 answers that say 17.
all right. Chucky got it correct. He's already got it. So Quaisha is the winner. It was 17.
Are you sure? I thought it was 16.
I thought it was 16 too, but I guess
That's
we're just bad
17.
at counting.
Taylor,
Okay,
I'm with
kids,
you.
Chucky and Quaisha both answered right away at 17. So I have our 6 winners and we'll be
Good
mailing
job,
to you
Quaisha.
guys. I also like that Quaisha and Chucky beat the leaders on it. So great job with that for color chaos. So Allison, I'm going to hand it back off to you.
Yeah. All right. That was fun. I love that math. I suck at math, so anything I can try to pretend to be good at, I get excited. So last week you heard Jeff teach on death and illness, and we learned that Jesus wept. Jesus wept, and that was like so emotional. But this week we're going to kind of continue on past death. What happens after death? We all have questions. We have thoughts. We want to know, what does the Bible say about heaven? You know, what do we think about heaven? So stay tuned. Watch Jason is teaching this week, and we'll recap and come back in a minute after it's over. So we'll see you in a minute.
Last week at Rooted Live, Jeff told the story of his grandmother that he loved so much, how they moved to America. He loved being with his grandmother, but his grandmother got sick and passed away, and how hard Jeff took that, how he felt sad, he missed his grandmother. And we talk about the promises that God gives us when it comes to feeling about death of family members, someone who's very, very sick. God gives us hope. God gives us comfort. Jesus lost his friend Lazarus to death, and he wept. Carrie came on and talked about going through the grieving processes, and all of our feelings that we feel we grieve are okay. And when Jeff told the story about his grandmother, it got me thinking about my grandparents. So my grandparents met in Europe in World War II and then moved to America. This wall behind me has pictures of my grandparents, great-grandparents, even great-great-grandparents. So my grandparents from Europe are here. My great-grandparents are up here, and I even have a picture on the wall. This is my great-great-grandfather who was a pastor in like the 1880s. So this wall behind it kind of reminds me of my family, like Jeff talked about last week. And so as Jeff was talking, and then I was thinking, what is life after this life? What is life after death? And I think all of us will take time and wonder what heaven is like. You and I, we wonder what heaven is like, because no one's ever gone with a video camera to heaven and then came back and posted the footage on YouTube. So we don't really know what heaven is like what does it actually feel like and look like? And many people who write books can imagine what heaven is like, or someone who writes and designs a movie can imagine what heaven is like. I was thinking of the Pixar movie Coco, where in that story the boy Miguel misses his family, but especially he wants to be a musician, and he gets this special guitar, and he has his family, but then he goes and kind of ties in with the Mexican tradition of the land of the dead and the day of the dead, and he meets his relatives, and he kind of learns the story of his family and of music. And it's kind of an interesting story, and it ties into Mexican culture, but I don't want to go to a Pixar movie or Disney to find out what is heaven like, because it's what people are guessing or imagining. And I want to hear what Jesus has to say about heaven. And I want to hear what his friends Matthew and John, when they heard the teachings of Jesus, what did Jesus say about heaven? And interestingly enough, Jesus doesn't talk a ton about what heaven is like. He talks a lot more about forgiveness, or he talks about money, and he talks about helping others, but he doesn't talk a lot about heaven. And when he does, he really emphasizes relationships. He doesn't take a lot of time to describe what does it look like, what will we do. A lot of times when he talks about heaven, he talks about relationships. And at the very end of his life, he was getting ready to turn himself over and be arrested and to die and rise again for us. he talks to his closest friends, and he tells them about heaven, where he's about to go to when he leaves them, when he goes through being killed by the soldiers. And he says these words in John chapter 14, and I'm going to start with verse 2. He's going to talk about heaven, where he's soon going to. John says, "And my Father's house has many rooms. And if I were not so, I would have told you. I am going there to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back, and I will take you to be with me, so that you also may be where I am. You know the way to the place where I am going." And when we listen to these verses, there are so many little phrases in this paragraph that are about relationship. He says, he calls heaven my Father's house. The house we get to go to where God is, and it's all about relationships. You're invited to God's house. God is our perfect parent, our Father. And it says the house with a whole bunch of rooms, and I don't know quite what it's going to look like, but all these rooms where lots of people can hang up. And he says, I'm preparing a place for you. I'm designing it custom for you, and then I'm going to bring you with me. And this whole paragraph, heaven is about relationships. We're with God the Father, we're with Jesus, we're with the other followers of Jesus. It's all about relationships. And when I look at the teachings of Jesus, the time he does talk about heaven, the biggest theme I see is heaven is all about perfect relationships. No drama, no hurt feelings, never being let down. When Jesus talks about heaven, he says heaven is all about perfect relationships. I'm going to have this perfect place. I'm going to get it ready for you, and then I'm going to have you, and we're all going to be together in this perfect place. And when he kept using the words, I'm going to go, I'm going to prepare it for you, lots of rooms, and then I'm going to come get you. And the closest thing I could think of is when parents get the room ready for the baby. I can remember when we found out, my wife and I, that we were gonna have a baby. And it was gonna take a while. It was gonna take 9 months, but we were so excited, and we wanted to get things ready for the baby. Even though we didn't know it real well yet, we wanted to get everything ready. And I remember when we found out baby was gonna be there, my wife is a music teacher, and she would sing in her classroom, and the baby could hear her voice, and she would sing, and baby wasn't in my belly, but I'd rub my hand over my wife's belly, and I could feel the baby move, and we were like, oh, we cannot wait to have a relationship and be face to face with our baby, and that baby's gonna grow up into a child and a teenager someday. Now imagine I had the ability with a special set of headphones. If I put on these special headphones and plugged in, what if I could use these headsets to talk to my baby inside the belly, just like you do when you play video games and you chat with someone online? And what if I tried to tell my baby, wait until you have pizza. Pizza is amazing. And if the baby could talk back to me, it's like, what is pizza? Well, it's got bread, and it's got cheese and tomato sauce. And they would say, what's cheese? I've never tasted cheese before. What's bread? I've never tasted bread before. It would be hard for me to tell my unborn baby, this is what pizza tastes like. Or for me to say, wait until you ride a roller coaster at Hershey Park. It's gonna be so much fun, and you put in the seats and you go up the hill and you can see the whole park, and you go down the hill, and they would say, what's a park? What does it mean to see? What does it mean to sit in a seat and have a chair? Because my baby in the belly of my wife has never seen a chair before, has never felt the wind on its face. It has no idea what it's like to eat pizza, to ride a roller coaster, to watch YouTube, because it doesn't have any experiences it can say it's like this or it's better than this. And I think the same thing is true about heaven, is that Jesus is preparing it for us, but we have no idea what it's like because we don't have anything in this world that's like it. And that's why I think Jesus doesn't talk a lot about what does it feel like to be in heaven? Is the sky blue? Or what? Is it a city or is it a town? Because we have nothing to relate it to in this world, just like my baby had nothing to relate it to in this world. And when I found out we were having a baby, we got the room ready for the baby to come. And we said, you don't know what pizza tastes like, but you've heard my voice, you've heard my wife's voice singing, and we're gonna see each other face to face. It's all about relationships. And I think heaven, Jesus says the same thing. It's all about relationships. But Jesus said in this passage, I'm going to go to heaven to prepare for you. And then I'm going to come bring you with me. And that too reminds me, when we found out we were having a baby, we prepared the room. And we got the baby's room ready. The room that we used had my exercise equipment in it. Like Allison likes to exercise, I had a room with exercise equipment, and all that went when the baby came. We had to carry all the weights out from the second floor and out. We actually gave them away. Gave my whole weight set away, and we got the room ready. We painted it yellow and did Winnie the Pooh. We got a crib and got a light and a rocking chair, and we were so excited to prepare the room for our baby. Now, if I got on our headset and I said, hey, there's Winnie the Pooh in your room when you get here, and there's a crib, and our baby would say, what's Winnie the Pooh? What's a crib? Because they had no point of reference. But we could say, you're gonna see your mom and dad, you're gonna see your dog, and they could have a point of reference because she's heard our voice and maybe heard the dog bark. And that's why Jesus emphasizes the place I'm preparing for you is about relationships, about God the Father face to face, about Jesus face to face, other followers of God face to face. And it's gonna be amazing, but I'm not gonna tell you about it, a lot of details, because you have no idea what to compare it to. We enjoyed preparing our son's room and getting it ready for him. Now, my son's a little bit older now, but I want to show you how we got our room just right for our son, and this is what Jesus is excited to do to get the room ready for us. So let's go check out my son's room. So my son's room is perfectly designed for all the things that I know my son likes, and I had so much fun organizing it for him with my wife. So he loves football, especially the Pittsburgh Steelers. So he has tons of Steelers decorations, including a terrible towel. So we have all this football stuff. He also plays football, first of all, for midget football, and now he's playing for the high school. So we have like the big football poster behind his bed. We had to get a bed that just fit under this big poster. We had to design it just right. One of the things my son's been doing recently is playing chess. We taught you guys how to play chess at Varsity, Center for Champions at Rooted, and JV did checkers. And just recently, my son's got into playing chess against me. He actually has beat me the 2 times we played recently. But we got chess because he likes chess a little bit. We have lots of football stuff because he loves football a lot. We have some other cool decorations. My son also loves animals. So we have a dog, but in addition, my son has a special pet. We have a special bearded dragon, which is a kind of reptile that he loves to take care of. My son had to do all the researching on this and learn about it, how to take care about it. And then we said, okay, you can have a corner of your room that's for taking care of your reptile, because we want his room to be just right for him, the way God's made him. And this reminds me a lot of how God is with us when it comes to heaven. Jesus says, I'm going to prepare a place for you, and I can't wait to have you join me. And just like my son's room is just right for my son because I know what he likes and I couldn't wait to share it with him when he was young, Jesus says the same thing. I'm preparing a place for you. There are many rooms, and when I'm ready, I'm going to come and bring you with me because I cannot wait to have relationships with you. Now, when my son was young, when he was a baby, he couldn't understand what Pittsburgh Steelers were or what a bearded dragon was. He was just a baby in the womb. In the same way, Jesus says, I'm not going to give you a lot of details of what heaven is like because you have no way of even knowing, but it's going to be amazing. I'm going to prepare it for you, and I'm going to come and we're all going to be there together. Not only God, but all the other followers of God, and we're going to have a great time in relationships, and he's preparing it just for us. It made us really happy to prepare a room just for each of my 2 children. We were glad to do it because we have a relationship with them and we want them to enjoy life. And in this passage in John, Jesus says, I'm going to prepare heaven for you and I'm going to bring you with me. There's going to be a lot of room. It's going to be amazing. And in this paragraph we looked at, we see that Jesus gladly is preparing heaven for us. Jesus is gladly preparing heaven for us. We all wonder what heaven is like, and we know it's a place of perfect relationships. And right now, Jesus is gladly getting it ready for us. He is so excited for us to see heaven, and maybe the room of heaven or the chunk of heaven that he designed just for you and he just designed for me. And someday we're all going to be together with that. Can you imagine who you might meet? Maybe you'll see family members that have gone up before, but maybe you'll meet other God-following people like George Washington or Abraham Lincoln, or I want to meet Martin Luther King. They're all in heaven now, enjoying each other in perfect relationships and enjoying God. And Jesus is saying, I'm going to be the one that gets you there. In the last sentence of the paragraph, Jesus says, you know the way to the place. Jesus says, you know the way to the place where I am going. Now, it's interesting, Jesus didn't say, you know where heaven is. He says, you know the way to the place where heaven is. And even his own followers were confused by that. And Thomas said, where is heaven? I don't know where heaven is. Is it there? Is it there? Is it there? Where is heaven? Is it in the ground? And if I don't know where it is, how do I know the way to where it is? And Jesus actually answers Thomas's confusing question. So let's look a little bit more in John chapter 14. I'll pick up with verse 4. Jesus said, you know the way to the place where I am going. And Thomas said to him, Lord, we don't know where you're going. We don't know where heaven is. So how can we know the way to where you're going? And Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you really know me, you will know my Father as well. And from now on, you do know him and you have seen him. So Thomas asked a question that I think we all wrestle. God, Jesus, you say you're going somewhere, but where is that somewhere? And Jesus says, you know the way to the place. The way to the place is through me. Jesus doesn't tell him where heaven is. Jesus doesn't tell us what it feels like to be there, or what it looks like, or what it smells like. But he says, I am the way to heaven. I am the way to that place. So just trust in me and I'll get you to heaven. But I haven't told you where it's at, up, down in the galaxy, another star, something like that. And it reminds me, the best way I could think of it is when you take the tram ride to get to Hershey Park. Especially, imagine if you're at Hershey Park and it's a busy day and you had to park on the very far side of the parking lot. Imagine the parking lot at Hershey Park, and on the one side is the Giant Center, the arena, and it's a really long trip to get all the way to Hershey Park. But fortunately, that tram is going around and taking people. And imagine there's a really friendly driver of the tram train that's going around. And he says, hey everybody, the sidewalk is actually completely broken. You literally can't walk safely from the far side of the parking lot to the entrance to Hershey Park. Now Hershey Park is there, it's amazing, it's running well. They have tons of big turkey legs and Dippin' Dots, but you can't get there on your own. The sidewalk's all chopped up and this molten lava, you just can't get there. But don't worry, I am the driver of the tram. You just listen to me, follow my words, I'll get you there safe. Just get on the tram. And you may have a lot of questions. Well, how do we get there? And how do I know when it's there? And what does it look like? And the driver says, I am the way to get to the park. Just get on the trolley, get on the tram, and I will get you there safely. And that's what Jesus says to Thomas and to you and to me. He doesn't tell us where it's at, where heaven is, but he said, I am the way to heaven. So what does it mean to get on the tram, to get on the train ride with Jesus, through Jesus, to heaven? Well, when Jesus is talking about it, it means to enter his forgiveness, to let God's forgiveness completely cover you. Every big and small thing you've ever done, every sin you have, you get forgiveness over your life because you want to be completely covered in forgiveness when you get to God's heaven. It would be awful to be in heaven with all of our sins still stuck to us. It would be terrible to be in God's presence with sin still on us, but we don't have to. We say yes to Jesus' forgiveness, and we keep saying yes to God's forgiveness because we keep sinning and messing up. And we keep doing that over and over again, daily and weekly, and we pray. We get on the way to heaven by saying yes to Jesus' forgiveness and to keep saying yes to the Jesus' forgiveness. Because heaven is all about perfect relationships, and Jesus is gladly preparing heaven for us. And he is the way. Only his forgiveness is the way. Good people don't go to heaven. Forgiven people, the people that get on the forgiveness tram through Jesus, they get to go all the way to Hershey Park. They get to go all the way to heaven, and you can't get there any other way. So if we know that heaven is all about perfect relationships, no drama, no conflict, no hurt feelings, and we know that Jesus is gladly preparing heaven for us, and we're gonna have a big relationship there, what do we do with it now? Like, how do we live this out? Well, the last thing I want you to know is if there's going to be a heaven someday, that gives us hope for today. Heaven someday gives us hope for today. Heaven someday, hope for today. Because with God's help, he helps us to make it through. So, if you are frustrated and sad and disappointed and annoyed with all the difficulties of the COVID-19 quarantine and shelter in place, you can remember there's a heaven where we won't have to do this anymore and there won't be any sickness. We still have to deal with day to day, but we have hope for tomorrow. We have hope for today because heaven someday. My daughter's a senior in high school. She was looking forward to prom. She's scheduled to speak at graduation. It's her last few months with her friends that she's known since kindergarten. All that's been disappointed, just like some of our seniors at Center for Champions. It's disappointing. And so if nothing changes, heaven someday gives us hope for today. We're gonna have a huge celebration and graduation service in heaven someday. If you have to deal with a lot of conflict, a lot of disappointment in your family, a lot of drama, or maybe your mom's having conflict with somebody and it's tense, it can be hard to put up with that and to have God's help. But heaven someday gives us hope for today. There is going to be a heaven where there'll never be conflict again between families, between friends, between countries. Heaven someday gives you hope for today. If you kind of wonder, am I good enough? Do I have what it takes? My grades aren't great. It's just, life isn't awesome. Heaven someday gives hope for today. There's gonna come a time when everything is great. You're gonna see God as your best friend. You're gonna see Jesus as your best friend. God is a perfect parent. Amazing hundreds of millions and billions of people that are God followers from around the world and throughout the centuries. It's gonna be amazing relationships. Where is heaven? I don't know. What is it gonna, is it a building? Is it a city? Is it a space station? I don't know, because Jesus knew you and I, we couldn't handle it. We have no idea. We're like babies in a womb right now. But we do know we're gonna have amazing relationships. So think about, what are you looking forward to seeing with God? What people are you looking forward to? What would you say to God? Would you hug him? We want you to know that heaven someday gives hope for today. And when Jesus tells us these things, he says, it's gonna be all about relationships. God is always all about relationships, and he is gladly getting things ready for you. And whether you live to be 88 or 18, you have the hope and the promise of heaven if you have said yes to Jesus' forgiveness. Remember, heaven someday gives you hope for today, no matter what life throws at you. We're so glad you joined us here at Rooted Live.
Message. So something just to reiterate, heaven's real. It's definitely something to look forward to and have hope for. I know that I have so many, from movies to cartoons to everything, that like of what I think heaven is. And then after reading the Bible, you know what, all I really need to know is there's a hope for heaven. And I can't possibly, understand what it's going to be like, but I just know that God's been so sweet to me. I can only imagine it being the best possible thing. So Carrie, what do you look forward to when you think about heaven?
I am just looking forward to seeing all the people, like all my family and
what I
friends.
think heaven is. And then after reading the Bible, all I really need to know is there's a hope for heaven, and I can't.
Well done.
Okay, sorry, Carrie.
No, I'm just looking forward to seeing the people I've lost, like reconnecting with my family and friends and meeting people I've never met because like Abraham Lincoln, like you said, I would love to meet him. And clearly I'm not old enough.
No, I think that's awesome. Jewel, what about you? What are your thoughts, or who are you looking forward to seeing?
I'm looking forward to seeing my grandmother. She just passed away in March. And I think I'm just excited for the joy and that we're not going to be looking for anything else to fulfill any hole that we feel, because we're just going to feel complete. And I think that's what I'm excited for.
I can't even imagine that, not like my whole life has been striving for one project or another, or always there has to be something I'm working on to try to fill that gap. And I know what goes there, like Jesus, but I'm always that feeling. I can't imagine not having that, and the insecurities, and I can't wait to just not feel pain, my poor ankle or my knees cracking, I'm not getting any younger here. So to just
when you challenge people to do 2,000 lunges in 10 days and your legs hurt every morning.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's totally doable. If you just can't ever sit down and stand up again for that whole portion of time. But no, I'm curious. I'm a planner. So like I hate not knowing exactly what heaven's going to be like so I can plan for it. That's what bugs me, but I have no doubt it's going to be amazing. So let's move on to the prize wheel. Let's see who wins a prize for just showing up tonight. Jason?
All right. Let me pull it up here.
Hopefully, she's right with Jewel.
I know. I can just give her a prize right now.
Right.
We had a ton of students here tonight. I was so glad. And let's give the wheel a big spin and see who our winner is tonight.
Hopefully it's 2 people again.
Yeah,
Andres.
We had so many kids here tonight. That was awesome. And congratulations. And we're going out a prize.
Good job, Andres. But hey, Jewel, what are you and Quaisha doing? Playing some chess?
Yeah, she's beating me again.
Wow, I hope you guys are staying 6 feet apart there.
She really takes her time. She thinks through her moves. Like
she has been thinking about that move for a long time now.
Yeah, she's got laser focus.
Somebody's whispering the answers in her ears.
She's got beginner's luck, is what I'll say, because that's the only reason she could have beat me on her second time playing chess ever.
Oh, she's good. All right, guys. So tonight after Rooted, for the past few weeks, we've been meeting up in Zoom meetings to just discuss, see how you guys are doing, check in. We want to see your faces. Like, we love seeing your comments on here, but we want to see your face and check in and maybe, discuss a few things that's going on in your lives. So we have a middle school Zoom link and we have a varsity high school Zoom link, which are all on the group that you're in right now watching us. So click varsity or, click JV if you're a middle schooler and meet up with us. Come say hi, check in. It's rainy. What else are you doing? Come hang out with us. And for mentors, if your mentors or refs, if your student are not on tonight, hang out with Jeff for a minute, just so he can say, hey, I don't know, chat. But yeah, those links will be up for you guys when this program is over. So Jewel, any updates for us?
So this coming week, I've talked with Samson. We don't know who we are interviewing for our next ref roundup, but we'll post that within the next couple of days.
I think it should be Taylor. I know
Taylor? Yeah, we could do that.
That'd be fun.
I'll text her. I'll ask if we can.
Sorry,
interview
Taylor,
her.
I'm calling you out.
Last week we interviewed Terrence, so you can watch that. He's got some interesting answers there to a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And we also have our own rendition of the Pledge of Allegiance, which was a little rough because it's hard to do that in unison over Zoom. And then also tomorrow we'll have Digging Deeper at 4:00. And we'd love to see you guys. Last week we didn't have anyone. Quaisha was gonna join, but it was 40 minutes after we left. So if if you guys will, I'll try to message some of you that I know that come on, and just catch up with you.
Yeah, hang out with Jewel and Samson, guys. We're not there. It's Jewel Samson, it's cool kids, hang out, chat.
We're not that cool, but you know, you can make us cooler.
All right, Jeff, what's going on with the Highmark Walk?
So we have a long ways to go on the Highmark Walk. So tell all your friends, share the links that are in every single Center for Champions Facebook group page, whatever we have. And I think we have about $5,000 left to raise in 2 weeks. So get moving on that. And the second thing is, you may have thought that I've given up, but I haven't. Monday Fun Day is still continuing this coming Monday. And I'll take one person. That's all right. You know, we had a great time. Me and Montreal played a game, and then me and Lawrence the week before. So who knows who it'll be this week. Now, I will say that I made a discovery that it took me 2 weeks to figure this out, but I'm 48. But that you kind of needed 2 devices for the games I've been doing. That's done. All right. So this week, I think we're going to try just a Zoom game. So you just need 1 device, and it should work. But this may be the end, so don't miss it.
Don't leave Jeff hanging.
Mic drop.
All right, so that is our show tonight. I'm going to say a prayer, but don't forget, join us on the Zoom meetings. It's short, 10 minutes, just to say hi, check in.
And Allison, if they have trouble getting their Zoom to work, they can even call the phone number. You put in our 9-digit Zoom code. There's one for varsity, there's one for JV. Even if you just participate by phone, we would love to have you. I've seen Montreal try to come in twice. Just dial the phone number and we would love to hear from you. So please join us any way you can.
How about this, guys, for our prayer? Since I've missed it so much, why don't we say the prayer we say in the circle all the time? And kids at home, mentors at home, say it with us like we're in a big huddle. I can feel like
In
I'm
unison. Let's try to do it in unison.
You, Carrie.
Oh no.
This is going to be like the Pledge of
Yes, come
Allegiance.
on, guys. May the Lord bless you.
Bless you and keep you.
May
May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Perfect.
That is harder than you.
Uh-huh.
And we miss you guys so much. We love you, and we'll talk to you hopefully after this. So, bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.